asked everybody. Like, I asked everybody who knows a lot about the law. I called, I texted, I emailed, and I said, why did Bryan Kohberger refuse to enter a plea? Because he did everything else, right? He answered every question the judge had. Yes, no, yes, I do, thank you. He was very engaged. And then came the most important question of the day, and he stiffed the judge. He wouldn't say guilty or not guilty. So I asked everybody, what was that about? Is it strategy? Because the judge just entered a plea anyway. And there was only one person who gave me an answer that I thought, well, that makes sense. And it turns out she's a criminal defense attorney in Idaho. And I think she knows what she's talking about, because this is what she said.
There are a lot of attorneys in Idaho who actually believe that if you stand silent when it comes to a grand jury indictment, it gives you more of an advantage when it comes to challenging that grand jury indictment. For various legal reasons. There is a little bit of support in that for Idaho law. I don't personally think that it would make a difference, but my impression is that this is likely just Ann Taylor's method, par for the course for her, when she has a client in the situation where they're going to be potentially challenging a grand jury indictment. She stands silent as opposed to entering that not guilty plea.
And that very smart lady is Jessica Bublitz, criminal defense attorney practicing in Idaho, so she would know. Well, look at you, lady. You called it last night. So is this what we're seeing with the motion that he put forward today? Give me the grand jury indictment. Unseal it. I want to see everything I can. Is that setting the table to fight the indictment as opposed to actually fight the mess, the uphill battle that he's got?
Yes, right now, if he can, absolutely. That is what this is setting up for. He's asked right now to produce it. It will only be produced to him and his attorney. It's still going to remain sealed for everybody else. But he's going to want to at least look at what the witnesses said. What did they say when they were under oath? What evidence did they give? Because right now he just has reports or interviews, but nothing under oath as of yet. And then he'll look for defects, and absolutely, if he can pick this apart and find something he can challenge, he will. Will he succeed? Absolutely not. These challenges very, very rarely actually succeed. But this is just part of the process that he's going through.
You answered my next question. Will it succeed? Because I think a lot of people don't like loopholes. You know, we don't like loopholes. Right. I get why they exist. So here's another question down this road, because obviously he wants to see what's in the grand jury process. He's not allowed to see the deliberations. That's the one thing that's off limits from the secret process. But are the rest of us, like if he gets his way and this grand jury process is unsealed, do we in the public also get to have a peekaboo?
Never, ever see the contents of this grand jury proceeding. It will remain sealed. There are several rules in Idaho that keep grand jury processes and any information from even being copied or shared or disclosed to anybody. There's a very tight rein on this information.
So what was the point of all of this? What was the point of this motion?
Well, he has to file it just to produce it for him. So the motion, the rule that he filed it under, is just asking to give him the information and his attorney the information because he doesn't have it. So 2 to 3 weeks from now, he will get to see for the first time what some of this evidence is against him. He'll get to see, did Bethany testify under oath at the grand jury proceeding? What did she say? Was it what they anticipated she might have said? Did Dylan testify? Was it consistent with what she said before? And so he will really pick through all of this testimony and see how strong the evidence really is, even when under oath.
Yeah, even though it's unlikely, he's unlikely to prevail at being able to, you know, find the needle in the haystack, something that will actually absolve him of these, you know, this indictment. He'll get at least a hint of what's ahead. You know, there's a reason why we called you, Jessica, because you called it last night and then you explained it again today. Thank you for this. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.